Yeah, well, it's time for another tier list video. You're probably wondering what tier list this is. If not, you probably already read the title. But today we are doing daily quest tier list. It is actually pretty interesting. There is a wide range of tier lists, or a wide range of daily quests that you actually can get throughout, like, save the world. Yes, it probably is limited, but there is a lot through rotation. Now you can get a 100 V-Buck mission, a 60 V-Buck mission, or 50, 100 being a little higher rare chance of getting, 60 being in the middle, and then 50 being the average V-Bucks that you would usually get on a daily quest. Now, for anyone that doesn't own Save the World, before when they announce that they're not updating it further, there's no chance of you getting, or there's no way of getting a version where you can get V-Bucks. So instead you get X-ray tickets, which are actually not bad because sometimes some good llamas come out. But let's just jump right into it. Starting off with destroy transformers. So destroy transformers, usually have to destroy 2. Now, depending on the location and like different zones that you have to do, it depends on like where it's going to go to, because sometimes it's really easy to do some of these, but sometimes it's hard. So sometimes destroy transformers, first off, they're not going to be in forests. They're not going to be in any like suburbs. They're usually in industrial zones, sometimes in city, and then they tend to be in canny, but I'm pretty sure it is the town or the ghost town that they spawn. So honestly, it's not a bad mission. This is an average one. I think deserves B tier. This one's super easy to do. It's not in every zone, but it's not bad. Destroy garden gnomes. This one's so simple. This one's probably A tier. You could probably finish this in 1 mission, if not 2. With the Xeon bow, you could just shoot it around, and you tend to finish this one without even trying. So A tier it goes. Next up, we got destroy propane tanks. Now, propane tanks are actually super easy. They're usually in every zone besides, actually, I think they do spawn in if there is a bunker in a forest zone, sometimes they do spawn in the bunkers. This one's probably with garden gnomes. Destroy propane tanks is very easy. You can even shoot it with the Xeon bow, and you tend to finish them right away. As for seesaws, these probably B tier 2. They're kind of like transformers. Now, occasionally you do get them in different zones, but the zones that you don't get them in, I'm pretty sure are forest zones. There's like a few zones you don't get them in, but you can get them in ghost towns. You can get them in suburbs, but there's only like 2-3 zones that you can actually get them. So that's why it deserves B, and it's under transformers because sometimes it's a little harder and you have to get more. So next up, we got destroy TVs. Now this one's not bad. It's kind of the same thing as garden gnomes. This would probably be high B tier, just considering the fact that you probably can get them in any zone, but some zones have less than few. So in reality, like a forest is probably gonna maybe have 1 or 2 because of the outdoor shelters for like the survivors. So yeah, a B tier it goes. Next up, we got destroy fire trucks. Now fire trucks, not bad. This is probably honestly, actually, I kind of want to put the C tier. Sometimes fire trucks don't spawn. Occasionally you'll get like the good missions where like multiple spawn, but there's only specific zones for those. We got arcade machines next up. That's probably with C. Arcade machines, actually, I'm going to say B, just considering outdoor survivor shelters actually do have these too, so B tier it goes. Next up, we got server racks. This one's probably S tier. This one is a super easy one to do. You can always get this one. This one's always in an outdoor survivor shelter. You could probably finish this in 1 mission, and it's super simple. So I think it deserves an S tier, and I feel like this one's like the classic one that everyone gets. So pretty cool. Teddy bears, A tier, of course. This one's probably right next to garden gnomes, if not above. Usually you get like the occasional mission where you get a few even in like a forest zone, because they can spawn in the outdoor survivor shelters, so, or even randomly throughout the mission. So yeah, A tier it goes. Rural zones, honestly, I'm not a big fan of discovering stuff like rural zones. Not really fun to do, including like all these, like discover cities, like shelters, suburbs. Like these are all probably D tier. I'm just not a big fan of discovering, and they only give you 50 V-Bucks, and you have to do 10. I think it's either 6. It's like 6 through 10 sometimes, depending on which ones they are. So like rural, I'm pretty sure it's like, actually they might just be all 10, but they're not really fun. The shelter ones is not as bad. That one probably deserves C tier because usually every map has them. But they're still a pain in the butt because you have to go around the map and find them, and it's 50 V-Bucks. Sometimes it takes multiple missions, if not like a lot, like 3 or 4, if not like 5. Sometimes, so like I just recently had the suburbs one, and I'm still on it, and I've been on it for a few days now because it just doesn't come. It's not one of those easy ones where you can finish right away. So they deserve D tier. These three at least. Shelters aren't as bad because you can get them around the map. Anyways, moving on, we have Discover Industrial Construction. This one's probably the same as D. This one might be a little higher. This one's probably higher just considering the fact that most zones sometimes have an industrial construction zone. Like Ghost Town has them. Some of the candy zones have them. I know most Twine has them, like city zones, stuff like that, industrial zones, stuff like that. You just kind of have to do the specific mission, which is a little annoying, but you know, they're fair, just not as easy as the other ones. Next up, we got Elimination Any Hero. So this one, I believe, is a 100 V-Buck mission. All you have to do is eliminate 500 Husk. Oh, no. This one's a 50 V-Buck mission, but it's super simple. You get 50 V-Bucks and you have to kill 500 a Husk, which is super simple. You can run any loadout you want, and it's super fun. All for like the damage-wise ones, like Elimination ARs, you have to get 350 V-Bucks. They're pretty much like A tier, if not B tier. Elimination ones aren't as fun. They're probably like high. They're probably like high up here, high B tier, like every single one of them just about. ARs and SMGs might be a little higher just considering like, you know, there's a lot more ARs and SMGs that you use as compared to like shotguns and pistols. Like shotguns, there's a very few, but this would probably be B tier in my opinion. So yeah, shotguns, pistols. Now traps are pretty easy. This one's probably S tier. You get traps, you can get them super simple. You just trap out the mission and you tend to finish it right away. It's 150 eliminations and it's super simple. So I honestly believe that one deserves S tier. Of course, it's probably less S tier, probably maybe like high A, low S, but definitely one of the easier ones. Elimination snipers. This one's probably A tier considering the fact that you can just put defenders down and they usually tend to get the job done. Melee weapon ones, if you're using Paleo Luna, it's A tier, but I'm going to put it down in B tier because I'm not a big fan of melee weapons. It's just something that I don't like, you know, I guess I can run Paleo Luna, but at the same time, it's like, eh. Elimination constructors. Now we're moving on to the hero ones. Eliminations as constructors. This one is kind of a pain. This one's like C tier. It is like annoying as a constructor. You don't have any, like sometimes you have loadouts. Like if you're running base and like you have a base loadout, you're not going to have any damage in your loadout unless if you specifically make a loadout with a constructor. But otherwise it's not that fun to use a constructor. Now ninja, this one's definitely A tier. This is probably like above here. I love using a ninja to get eliminations and all. Outlander is probably B tier. I like Outlanders, but at the same time, I don't know why it just doesn't want to go over here. Like, can I put it right here? No, I guess I'll just move it the other way. There we go. Outlanders, not as fun, but definitely above constructors. Now soldiers, this one's probably above ninjas considering the fact that soldiers have actually ability loadouts that can actually just shred, and it's nice. Now as for like Outlanders, I know there's some SMG ones. That's why I put it high B, because you know, high B, you know, I think it's a fair spot. And then missions, play them as soldiers. All honestly, this one's actually should be like back here. I don't know why it's out of order, but rescue 20 survive. This is F tier. This one's probably one of the worst ones you have. I literally got this one at the time of the recording, the day that I got this. I got the one today. I re-rolled it. I just don't like this one. This one's not fun. Next up, we got Rescue 100 Survivors. This one gives 100 V-Bucks. This one is definitely S tier above every single one. Just considering the fact that you get 100 V-Bucks and you have to do, I don't think it's 100 survivors. I think that's a mistype. I think you have to rescue 50. It's not 100 survivors. That is a 50 survivors. It's a mistype, but it's 50 survivors and for 100 V-Bucks, which is not bad. It's definitely, it's a harder one, but it's worth it because you get 100 V-Bucks. Build radar towers. This one's easy. This one's probably like A tier. Probably low A tier. I'm not a big fan of building radar towers, but it's simple. Every mission has at least one or two. Play 5 missions. This one's definitely up there. This one's easy, super easy to do. Now as missions, these are the 60 V-Buck ones. This one's not bad. These are probably like maybe A tier. You get 60 V-Bucks, but I just don't believe like it's like a fun one to do. Like these are probably up here. As constructors, this one's pretty easier because you can run the like, you know, you can run a constructor because, you know, you're a constructor loadout and you can just like, you know, put your base down in lower level missions and do them right away. But as for soldier ninjas, outlanders, you know, for 60 V-Bucks, they're easy to do, but I rather run a constructor and just kind of put my base down and let the husks just die to my my base that just instantly kills those low level us. But yeah, that is my official tier list for the daily quests. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know if you would put anything else different. I actually am curious, depending on which ones you like the most, or even like if you deserve, or if you think ones deserves lower, higher, wherever you think. But yeah, and if you are new, remember, hit the like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Turn on notifications for any further videos. I love doing these tier list video. They are really fun. But like I said, if you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Everyone have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.